Dr. Darien is here again now with his prescription for wellness and how people can prepare for a second opinion. This is, I mean, it's as a patient, I can speak to the fact that it's overwhelming to seek this out, but you have some ways people can really help themselves.
I always tell patients, especially upon discharge, you know what, if you want a second opinion, these are some tips that you can do it. I would rather be wrong and the patient be right, and I think it's so important for patients to understand what they need. So there are some things that everyone can have. Number one, a list of all medications and doses. If you're not sure about that, you can ask your pharmacist. They often can print out that list for you. Also, a current treatment plan or even a recent summary of a prior discharge from the hospital. Those can be incredibly helpful as a physician. And also, something else that's helpful is a copy of pathology, biopsy, or surgery reports. And then most importantly, a prepared list of questions. It is intimidating walking into that room, especially if you're seeking out a second opinion. You feel like you're going against the system, but being prepared can help you get over that awkwardness and get the answers to the questions that you need.
Well, and I also think it really helps because in that moment you can forget. So it helps to really sit down and think it through in advance.
So true. And I've been a patient too, and I know even as a physician, I have moments of that anxiousness, and I forget everything when the doctor walks in. So I also prepare my questions.
You forget everything when the doctor walks in.
I get nervous just like the next person. So it's so important to have a plan when you walk in.
But I love the fact that you, as a doctor, have really broken down for me as a patient the intimidation factor. And as a doctor, you expect people to go out and potentially seek a second opinion. It's not something that you would get upset from.
It shouldn't be. And I hope that every physician and provider understands that this is the model that we should live by. Understanding how to find patients' problems, letting patients lead their healthcare, I think is really, really important. It improves compliance, it improves outcomes, and hopefully it saves lives.
Well, I certainly hope so too, and I really appreciate all of this feedback from you, and I try and put it into play in my own life as well.
Well, you got my number in case you forget it.
Well, that's always really helpful. Thank you, Dr. Darien.
Course.
And folks, we'd love to hear from you, so you can reach us on Instagram with all of your medical questions at ABCGMA3.